This is a review for the Tucson LazyDays KOA located in Tucson, Arizona. We stayed here the third week of October, so it's the week before Halloween of 2020. What's really nice about this KOA is it is located right off of I-10. You literally just jump off, you go for about a block, and then you turn in. It's really easy for a big rig. The whole area of the campground is paved and easy to navigate, nice wide turns. You don't have anything tight or difficult to worry about. And it's right next door to the LazyDays. So if you end up needing any sort of work or you're coming into town to do something related to the LazyDays or any sort of conference or stuff like that, you can easily access LazyDays and all of that as well. So you can see we're pulling in here. They do kind of have a gate area. I don't remember needing a gate code at night, but we may not have been out real late, so I may just not remember that. You can see here one of the playground areas. This actually is the playground area that's closer to where our RV spot is located. So they have two areas, main kind of livable areas with the whole playground, pool set up, and hot tub. So this is the second one, and you can see we have a nice pool here. There's the hot tub. It was like in the mid 90s, so I can't imagine a lot of people were using the hot tub, at least not during the day. And then the nice pool, lots of seating, so tabletop chairs you can sit at, or the chase lounges. Showers were there as well, and the restrooms were there. And then as we're walking back to our site, just want to point out here, this is what some of the tent sites look like. So really nice level tent spaces that even have fire pits and stuff. And then we're walking back to our RV. We don't have a ton of trees, but there are some palm trees around and a little bit of fruit trees and citrus trees and stuff planted at the site. You can see because they have it all nicely paved with asphalt, and then you have the nice gravel on your site, it's easy for the kids to ride their bikes or scooters. And we actually had one of these sky deck sites, which means that we had one of these towers where underneath we have a lit area with a table, and we could grill and have our outdoor kitchen, and then we could go up above and sit on the top and enjoy the nice night sky. This is the pool in the main area that's attached to the office. So you can see they have this nice rock waterfall feature, nice pool. I think there was a little bit of a shallow area where kids could kind of wade, and then they had the hot tub as well. And you're pretty close to where the restaurant's at, so if you wanted to grab a bite to eat, you could come in here and enjoy that while you're hanging out and watching your kids play. They loved having the pool and being able to swim in the pool every single day that we were here. It was really warm, so having that pool is really nice because it's still in the 90s in Tucson at the end of October. The price that we paid for the sky deck was averaged out to about $115 per night, and that includes the taxes and the extra charge for having two kids, because of course the KOAs usually do that. And so if you pay a little bit less during the weekday, a little bit more on the weekend, and of course it was that weekend before Halloween, which meant they had a lot of different activities, so it was really crowded, and then there's a lot to do during that time. You can see they also have these solar sites, and so when you book one of these, one of the nice features about this is that of course you're under that shade, so you have all that great shade because it gets so hot here and your air conditioning is just running like crazy, especially for us in our black RV. There are also solar panels at the top here, so you can feel good about the fact that you're generating a bunch of electricity that you're using. So they have a number of these spots that are these solar spots that you can book. They also have some spots, I don't think I got it on film, but they have some pet-friendly spots in that they actually have a little outdoor area, like a little fenced area where your pet can be off leash in that little space. Now that doesn't mean you'd leave them outside to bark all day or anything, and it's really hot, so you may not want to leave them outside at all, but it is an option there. We love that we had these citrus trees at our site, and a bunch of the sites that were next to us had these really great mature citrus trees. Now, none of the citrus was actually ripe and ready to be plucked, but it was cool that we had them, and it was nice for shade. And then you can see we're enjoying the sky deck that we had there, which had some fake turf at the top of it, which made it a little bit cooler to stand on, and you could just enjoy the views there. This is a really pretty KOA. They've done a nice job with the front and the office area. This is the store. You can see they have a lot of items and all the things that you could need. And there's a restaurant/bar that's attached as well. They did a great job with a bunch of the decorations, and then they had a bunch of different activities because it was the weekend before Halloween. And then of course they had more of the week of Halloween. But they had the pickleball courts, and they had set up kind of a haunted trick-or-treat type deal for the kids. So we were hanging out by the fire pits. They have a bunch of fire pits that are just lit by the front area, and you can hang out and visit with your friends or tell ghost stories. And we were just waiting for the festivities to begin for the haunted trick-or-treating. There's a really nice laundry area. You can see just how many machines they have here and a TV in here. And then next door to this is where they have the exercise facility, where they have a number of different athletic machines and different equipment and some strength stuff and all that good stuff as well. And this is just kind of across from where the pool's at. And then here we are enjoying the mad dash of trick-or-treat candy the candy grabbing. So it's still during COVID, so they're not having us do trick-or-treating from campsite to campsite, but they just kind of spread candy all over the place and let the kids just run and do a free-for-all and try to gather all of it. Having a bunch of family-friendly scheduled activities for the kids is definitely something that they do at this KOA. So it's really a nice place to stay, especially if you actually want to stay a little longer term. They'll let you do longer stays, I think even up to monthly. We saw quite a few families that seemed like maybe they were staying here for a while. And of course you get a pretty significant pricing discount if you do stay for a longer term. And here's a little view of what that restaurant bar space looks like at the KOA. I hope this review was useful to you in deciding whether or not you want to stay at the Tucson KOA. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have questions, please feel free to ask, and we always try to get to those. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at RV Homeschool. Thanks so much for watching.